Hey, what's good, guys? DGE Dolphin Gang Entertainment. It's your boy DG, and we back with another video. And we're gonna be checking out Nicholas Ovanda Ize Emmanwori. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly. I'm reading it off of here. I'm guessing this is his full name. I wonder what country he's from. He's probably from somewhere in South Africa. Somewhere from over there. 6'3", 220. So he's bigger than your average safety. I wouldn't want the Dolphins to spend their first round pick on this guy, but maybe a second or a third round pick. But based off the numbers that he put up at the combine, I do not think he will be there in the second round. I don't think so. Not even the third round. So if he is there at the second round, you're going to have to take this guy. You will have to take this guy. He seemed like a versatile piece. A piece that we could probably use in that Kyle Hamilton role, that Derwin James role, but he still plays like a raw player. Once you look at the film, you can still tell there's still some work needed to be done with Nick, to be honest. There's still some work that needs to be done, but, based off the numbers that he put up at the combine, I'm real impressed. Pretty long arms, 32.5-inch arms, 9-inch hands, a 6.35 will eventually be a starter in the NFL. 4.38 40, 1.49 split, 43-inch vertical, 11.6 broad jump. So that boy snap. And he put up 20 on the bench press. There's some old lineman who can't even put up 20 on the bench press, to be honest. So yeah, he definitely did impress me. Based off his film, it doesn't match up with what he put up at the combine. It doesn't. That's why I was so shocked that he put up these good numbers. He's good all across the board for a safety. Good all across the board. During his time with the Gamecocks, his last year, he put up 4 interceptions. So he seemed like he got better each year that he played. His first year, he had 85 tackles. Second year, he had 71. But that third year, he had 88. So he pretty much went down this second year, but he definitely went up his third year. He had 2 touchdowns as well. 2 touchdowns. So I think if you get Nick in the right hands of the right DB coach, he could definitely turn into one of the better safeties in the league. This is definitely a guy that I wouldn't mind pairing up with Jordan Brooks in the box. If we need a guy that could go out there and go toe-to-toe with any slot receiver that's probably running more than a 4.4, not more, but lesser than a 4.4. We'll have a linebacker in there, that could keep up with a guy like that. So that would definitely help our defense. I don't know about putting him at cornerback. It just depends on his makeup speed. Let's say he gets burned on one play. Does he have the speed to get back and gain some yardage on that receiver so he could pat the ball down? Based off his athletic traits, it seems like he does have the capability of doing that. It does seem like it. So I do have some faith in regards to him working. It just depends on, he has to go to the right team. I feel like the Dolphins could be one of those teams. I do feel like he would work with the Dolphins. I don't know who's going to be that other safety we would pair alongside with him. I'm pretty sure we're going to sign somebody in free agency. We have been clearing up some space to get some good guys on our team. So hopefully they could get one solid safety in free agency and we could pair them up with Nick if we do draft him. Hopefully that happens. So Nick, a very intriguing prospect. He kind of reminds me of that one safety. He came from UConn a few years ago. I gotta look him up to see. I forgot his name.
According to
Yeah, there you
NFL.com,
go.
Indianapolis Obi Melifonwu left no doubts about his athleticism on the final day of the NFL scouting combine. The former UConn safety broad jumped 11 feet, 9 inches and recorded a 44-inch vertical jump on Monday, marks that were the best of the combine.
Just wow, man. Wow, but he hasn't panned out to be anything in the NFL. He hasn't. So you can't really put too much faith in regards to the combine numbers. It don't really mean nothing. It don't really mean nothing, man. I thought he was gonna be one of the greats based off what he did at combine. Ain't no doubt in the numbers that Obi put up. No doubt in it. Let me see if I can find his combine numbers so I can compare it with Nick's. Because when I first seen Nick put up those numbers at the combine, I was thinking Obi. This is Obi right here. But I don't want to like try him and say he's gonna end up like Obi and not have no NFL career. Obi, even though he put up good combine numbers, he still went in the second round. Because the film doesn't add up to what you would expect him to do. A guy this big, you would expect him to be hitting, forced fumbles, all that. That's what you expecting. But, with Nick, a film, he's a playmaker, but, he doesn't punish offensive players. He don't punish them. We want to see you punish them with the numbers that you're putting up. 4.4, 1.5 10-yard split, 44-inch vertical, 11.9 broad jump, 17 on the bench. So he's pretty much the same thing as Nick. Pretty much the same thing. But hopefully his career doesn't end up like Nick. Hopefully. Even Obi, he got drafted by the Raiders, I believe. Wasn't it the Raiders? I forgot what team he got. Yeah, it's the Raiders right here. Second round pick. They couldn't do nothing with them. Then the Patriots picked them up. They couldn't do nothing with them. Even with Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick couldn't even fix them. Even he couldn't fix him. So hopefully the same thing doesn't happen with Nick. Hopefully. But, I don't want to give any doubt to players that haven't seen playing the NFL yet. And Obi, he came from UConn. UConn is not a well-known school, but South Carolina is a more well-known school. So I have more faith of him doing well at the NFL level compared to what Obi came from, which was UConn, not going up against the best of talent. So that's probably what happened with Obi. That's probably what happened. Right here we have Nick racing one of his teammates at South Carolina. Let's check this out. Look what he put on the bottom. Xavier Leggett, you next. He definitely faster than Xavier. Definitely faster. Yeah, he got him. Hey, dude, he was giving it all he got. He was giving it all he got, bro. You know what the crazy thing is? Nick is probably not the fastest person on South Carolina. It's Nick Harbor. That's probably the fastest guy on South Carolina. He's definitely going to be a first-round pick next year. Nick Harbor. Yeah, this guy, he's going to be a special talent. The next Megatron. 6'5", 230, but he might be running in the 4.2s. I'm not even going to lie. He might run in the 4.2s next year in the combine. And you're never going to see nothing like this. Man. So keep a lookout for Nick Harbor. If you lose Tyreek Hill, this might be the guy that we got to target. This might be the guy. Here we got some tape of Nick right here against Alabama. One thing I like about Nick, he could cover a lot of ground. So that 4.3 speed does show up on film. In regards to nobody getting past him. So you really want to see that from a guy his size as well. So you could trust him in the box where he is right now. But he could play sideline to sideline. So at least he could do that out there. Jalen Monroe, he's not a slow player himself. Not a slow player, but look at this. Good job getting him out of bounds. You could really imagine this being Lamar Jackson and him catching the edge on Lamar Jackson. So that's one attribute of Nick that I really do like. One really good attribute. Maybe we play Jalen Hurts. He does this right here. You can't outrun Nick. Maybe Lamar Jackson can. Maybe Justin Fields. But there's not many quarterbacks who could outrun Nick to the outside. if you could cover ground with Milrow running to the outside like this, then I could trust you against the fastest of quarterbacks in the NFL. I can. Right here we have Nick. He gonna be talking about all the old school DBs that he played with. J.C. Horn, Cam Smith, our very own. So Cam Smith might be talking to our coaching staff, telling the boys, "Hey, we gotta add this guy. He a dog. He a dog." Um, who else he played with? He played with Darius Rush. Um, there's a lot of DBs that came out of South Carolina. And, you can't go wrong with a DB from South Carolina. You can't go wrong. They don't hit 100% of the time, but they usually produce at least one good DB each year. At least one good one, and that might be Nick. That might be Nick.
It's been huge. It's been a great help in my career. Even though I never played with him, but me and JC have a great relationship. I worked out with him a couple times, and we kind of built a relationship. Like, he loves football, and I remember hearing the stories about JC, like, at practice, like how crazy it was. Like, the way he practices is like a pro, and it's kind of like hearing stuff like that kind of gets me like eager to like want to get better myself too. Right. So, and then my freshman year, with Cam and Rush and Foss, Foss was a coach at the time. Those three kind of helped me a lot to be who I am today as a player. And I remember Cam's a great player, but I remember he's like kind of like the tough love.
Yeah.
Rush was kind of like, put me under his wing and taught to me. Like, Cam was like the bad cop a little bit. Like, Cam gave me a lot of like tough love, but it was like, it made me better because I wanted to.
I wonder what that means, tough love. I wonder what that mean, bro. Maybe they were at odds a few times. Maybe. I don't know, man. Y'all gotta let me know in the comments.
Like, when I was on the field with Cam, it made me like pursue perfection. Like, I can't mess up when I'm with Cam because he gonna get on my behind. But, I appreciate Cam for that. And Foss, man, he was an All-American, so like Foss helped me out a lot. And I remember like watching. I used to watch Foss's tape the night before the game, and he used to help me literally. Like, I'm not sure if I never told him that, but like, I used to literally like stay up in the hotel and like watch a game. Like, I was watching the ECU game, just watching like our just simple basic stuff from our defense my freshman year. And I used to go out there and just try to replicate what Foss used to do. And that just helped me a lot just watching him. He's a great player, great coach.
Dude, that's amazing. That gave me chills.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, Nick, he seemed like he a student of the game, so I could respect that. Chris Greer, I think his son is still over there at South Carolina. Let me go check out their roster real quick.
Of South Carolina has more than 60 athletes on its roster. Here are the first three: Lenoris Sellers, Nick Harbor, and Raheem Sanders.
Lenoris Sellers, he definitely going to be a first-round pick in a few years, most definitely. What number is Chris Greer's son? I think, he a DB, right? That's not Chris Greer's son. He looked like him, though. Chris Greer's son is light-skinned. I do think he's light-skinned. I'm not seeing him. Maybe he transferred. Let me see. He probably left the school, maybe. Okay, there go Chris Greer's son. There he go. He's very good friends with Cam Smith on our team. Oh, he went to St. Thomas Aquinas. Okay. How your dad bald head and you got hair? Come on, fam. But hey, that would be good to see Chris Greer's son, make it to the NFL. Maybe he a dog. I don't know. I never seen any of his tape. Never seen it. Yeah, he's kind of small for a DB though. Kind of small. Watch Chris Greer's son. He playing the slot back right here. Okay, that boy got a pick. Okay. Okay. He probably come out next year. Okay, he about to blitz. Oh, okay, he going on coverage. Okay. Oh, good job. Good read. So he's more so of like a slot cornerback. You know, to be a slot cornerback, you gotta be fast. Good hit. Okay. Bam. I wouldn't say that he's a SEC talent, but you know, he played at St. Thomas Aquinas, so he playing it against competition. So that's probably how he got that offer. You know, but hey, I'm rooting for him no matter what his dad do. You know, I'm gonna still root for that boy. No matter what his dad do. Look, that boy running. Okay, that boy got some speed. Okay. Okay. Oh, it's deep over there. Ain't this De La Salle? Almost got that pick. But hey, this impressive for a guy who, you know, he probably ain't really have to struggle for his whole life. You know, his dad already made it, you know, being the GM of the Dolphins. So, okay, good tackle. Okay. And it seemed like he put that work in out there. You know, he not cocky just because his dad is Chris Greer. He's still putting in that work. You know, he not the biggest of people. He's still out there making tackles. You know, he not making no excuses for himself. He's still doing his thing. Look. Okay, good tackle. You know, I see him as an athlete, you know, probably a FAU type of guy, FIU type of guy, you know, Conference USA DB. Not South Carolina, you know, I'm not trying to disrespect him, but, you know, that's what I'm seeing based off tape. That's what I'm seeing. But he chose South Carolina. Hey, we gotta get rid of Chris Greer before he drafts him with the first round pick. We gotta get rid of Chris Greer before you do that. But hey, this year we're gonna see what Chris Greer does for the Miami Dolphins to see if he make the right choices for the team, so he can keep his job for longer. You know, that's what we waiting on. You know, no screw ups, Chris Greer. Oh, good blitz. Had to throw that one away. Okay. I wonder if Chris Greer went to the games. Oh, good job. Okay, decent back pedal. Let's get back to Nick, the guy who we really here to watch. Shout out to Landon, you know, and shout out to your dad. Hopefully your dad make the right choice. Hopefully. No, right here we have Nick Emmanwori talking about if he or Nick Harbor is faster. We're going to see what he has to say about that.
Who do you think is faster, you or Nick Harbor? And is there a plan to get you two to go head to head with guys on campus?
Good question.
But Nick Harvey, he's a great athlete. I haven't seen him like really like him as an athlete before. But I say if he run 100 yards, maybe 60, I think he'll get me for sure. But if we maybe run like a 40-yard or a 50-yard dash, I think I can get him. Hold me up.
Because Nick Harvey, he probably got a longer stride than him. That's probably why he's saying that.
But I hope he get the race. I'm pretty sure he'll like the race, and I would ask him if he wants to race.
Who do you think?
Them boys too big to be that fast, man. I'm not even gonna lie. The boy is definitely too big to be that fast. Right here we have Nick. He gonna talk about who he models his game after. He's gonna mention Kyle Hamilton, Cam Chancellor, old school player, definitely a thumper. One of the bigger safeties I have ever seen. Probably should have been a linebacker, but he played pretty well at safety for the Legion of Boom Seahawks back in the day. But let's see what Nick got to say.
Try to use that to your advantage and take advantage of your size.
Yeah, I'm 6'3", 223, so like I'm a bigger dude and I can run. So like I'm not really scared to go make tackles. I'm not scared to go cover any slots, cover any tight ends. So like I just use my size to my advantage.
When did you switch from?
Try to use that to your advantage.
We love that right there. We love that. We definitely gonna need like a versatile piece to replace Javon Holland. A versatile piece. We can't just put anybody there to replace Javon Holland. And based off what he showed at the combine, he's showing us like, hey, he's not just a big safety. He has the speed to keep up with some slot receivers. Some of the better tight ends in the whole league. Javon Holland, we loved him. He was capable of doing that, even though his measurables weren't as good as Nick's. But now Nick is showing us that his measurables are better than Javon Holland. He's faster, he's stronger, he's bigger. So that goes to show you that Nick might be that replacement for Javon Holland, and we're not gonna miss a beat. But ever since way back in the day when we drafted Minka, he was a hit. We drafted Javon Holland, he was a hit. Now we're gonna get Nick. I feel like we're gonna make the right choice in regards to the safety that we gotta put back there. We're gonna make the right choice. Right here we got some more film. Nick. Right here it seems like he's kind of in the box again. So he's kind of like that rover player right now. That rover player. But let's see what he does. A good catch right there. Good pick. You better score on this, fam. Touchdown, easy. Good zone coverage. Ooh, another pick. Oh, that boy to the crib. There go that 4.38. There go that 4.38. Ain't that against LSU? He doing it against competition too. That's another pick. Oh yeah, that's a good pick right there. With Nick, I just think that he's not defense proof. I don't think he go to every defense and ball out. If he goes to the right team, just like Kyle Hamilton went to the Ravens and he fit right in, I think he could show out and become one of the better safeties in the NFL. But if he goes to the wrong team and they put too much responsibilities on him on defense, then I think he get exposed like his first 2 years, and then he'll probably end up getting better and he'll eventually become a good safety, but it just depends on the team, man. I feel like the Dolphins would be a good team that he could flourish in his first year, playing alongside Jalen Ramsey, Cam Smith again. We're gonna get another DB. I got another video coming out of Asante Samuel. That's another guy that I want to see in a Dolphins uniform. Another guy, Asante Samuel. So hopefully the Dolphins could make that happen right there. Hometown kid. He went to St. Thomas. His dad, Hall of Famer. Even though Asante Samuel on the smaller side, after that 4-pick game against the Jaguars, bro, we gotta invest in him. Bring him back to the crib, and he might ball out just because he back in Florida. He might ball out. But I know Chris Greer, he working out something. He working out something with Asante Samuel. I know he on his board. Right here we have Nick. He's gonna mention his top 5 safeties. Let's see what he got to say.
No order. I'll go Kyle Hamilton, Derwin James, Grant Delpit, Javon Holland.
He said Javon.
I feel like I'm missing somebody. Antoine Winfield.
That's a pretty good list. Pretty good list. Nobody really talk about Grant Delpit. Nobody really talk about him, but he's one of the best safeties in the league at the current moment. Was definitely a dog at LSU. Most definitely a dog at LSU. Here we got a Nick in goal line situations. Let's see what he does on this one. You know, he going up against an NFL O-line. You know, there goes Will Campbell. There goes Emory Jones. There goes Miles Frazier. All of these guys probably going to get drafted. They will all probably get drafted. But let's see what Nick does against these guys. Good tackle. You know, but with him, I want to see people go backwards. Oh, good cover ability. Okay. Good tackle. Covering ground. Good hit on that one. Oh, that's that pick we just seen. You know, you really want a piece like this because he's kind of like having another linebacker on the field, but you still have a guy who could run like a safety out there. So it's not like you're losing a DB if you add a linebacker on the field, but he's still playing DB. But he could come down for run support, you know, and if it ends up being a pass play, you could trust him out there in pass plays to cover whoever he's on. You know, I don't think he could cover anybody. You know, put him against Jamar Chase, he probably not doing that. Put him against Justin Jefferson, probably not doing that. Brian Thomas Jr., probably not. Tyreek, probably not. You know, but Amon St. Brown, I think he could probably cover him. You know, one of the better receivers in the league. You know, you just gotta put him in the right matchups to expose him being the best player that he can be. You know, if you don't put him in the right situations as an NFL coach, you know, you're gonna expose him a few times and he gonna look like a bust out there. But if you put him in the right situations, I think you will have a gem in Nick. You'll definitely have a gem. Hey, what's good, guys? DGE. Please go support your boy. DGmerchandise.com. We got every NFL team. We got some NBA teams as well. We got hoodies, shirts, you name it. We got 20% off as well. So we're going to keep some money in your pocket, man. So please support your boy, man. We got Dolphin Gang shirts, you know, these acid wash hoodies, you know. Put your orders in, they coming straight to you. No ifs, ands, or buts about it, man. I got a few of these shirts myself, and I usually wear them to the gym, but y'all could wear them for any occasion. It doesn't even matter. So y'all go help out the channel. Every time y'all buy a shirt, y'all helping me reach my goals. You know, the more shirts y'all buy, the more merch y'all buy, the more this YouTube channel grows. Y'all don't even know what y'all gonna help me do by buying this merch, man. So please help your boy out. Yeah, I appreciate y'all for putting up on me. But let's get back to the video, man. Right here, I have another clip of Nick. You see, Nick, you can't be missing those tackles, fam. Can't be missing those tackles. Kind of over pursuit on this one, but this is what NFL coaching gonna help you with. You know, this not gonna happen in the NFL. You know, you're gonna get exposed in the NFL if you do this. You're gonna get exposed, benched. You know, and the next dude who doesn't do this, he gonna take your job. He gonna take your job. You know, this is what I'm saying. Like, the NFL combine numbers don't matter. You gotta show us on tape. Gotta show us on tape. You know, before the combine, Nick, he wasn't really on my board. He was one of my top safeties, like top 10, top 15. But after the combine, he's definitely in the top 10. But, you know, he just got to go to the right team. Just got to go to the right team. Good job by number one making that tackle. He definitely needed your help on that one. You a safety. Nothing should be getting behind you if you a safety, because you are a safety. Right here we have Nick against my team, the Florida Gators. Let's check this out. Good job outside contain. Good tackle on Montrell Johnson. Good tackle. Oh, he out there covering in the slot too. Pretty impressive. Okay. Who is that against? Well, that's against Dyke. That's against Dyke. He ran a 4.39 in the combine this year. 4.39. But look how he run toe-to-toe with him. Toe-to-toe. Good job covering him. Good pass deflection. But hey, before I get more into this, please, like, comment, subscribe. I will get demonetized, so just show your boy some love in regards to this video, please, and thank you, man. Just wanted to do this for y'all. Yeah, he definitely got targeted a lot. They probably thought that Nick, he probably couldn't cover. That's probably what they thought, but they had another thing coming. His speed, his length, it definitely helps him in regards to coverage. Definitely helps him out. Here we have Nick talking about his college coach, who actually did coach Cam Chancellor. So he tried to put him in that Cam Chancellor mode, but one thing we got to remember, when Cam Chancellor was with the Seahawks, who he had next to him? Earl Thomas. So we need that Earl Thomas back there. One free agent safety I like is Tyrann Mathieu. I remember when Tyrann Mathieu was coming out of LSU, man, I thought he was going to be the best DB of all time, to be honest. Best DB of all time. He was definitely a dog. I might have to do a video on him as well.
My college coach actually coached Cam Chancellor in college, so he used to compare us a lot. I remember him telling me, like, a lot of dudes try to say he was a linebacker coming out of college and all this other type of stuff, but we had a lot of comparisons, so.
Yeah, that's definitely a good comparison, but Cam Chancellor, more so later on in his career, that's when he kind of flashed, and he ended up becoming that Cam Chancellor. Before Cam Chancellor, there was Brandon Browner. I think he in jail right now. Shout out to that boy. Brandon Browner was like a 6'4", 210-pound cornerback that was playing for the Seahawks. So Seahawks were the first team to really invest in big defensive backs, and they made it work. You just had to have the speed at that position, and everything will play out for itself. All you really needed was the athleticism and the speed to be a big DB with the Legion of Boom.
The South Carolina safety Nick Emmanwori is a name to know this combine week. Emmanwori has one of the craziest builds and athletic profiles you'll find for a safety. At 6'3" and around 225 pounds, it's reported that Emmanwori can broad jump over 11 feet and vertical jump over 40 feet. According to his coach Shane Beamer, he's been clocked at almost 23 miles per hour at his top speed on the field. He's a versatile linebacker / safety, second level defender who can run and hit with any running back or tight end. If Emmanwori has a good week, he can make himself a lock to go in the first round. The South Carolina.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be a first round pick. Like I told y'all with Obi, Melifonwu. Like I told y'all, I see some similarities with those two guys, but I don't want to put that bad luck on Nick. Don't want to put that bad luck. So I'm hoping he comes into the NFL and does well, especially if the Dolphins pick him up. Here's Nick's combine numbers. He got a perfect RAS score 10, 6'3", 220, 43-inch vertical, 11.6 broad jump. With the vertical, if you see over 40, that's impressive. Broad jump over a 10, that's impressive. 40-yard dash under a 4.4, impressive. 20-yard split. I don't really know about the 20-yard split, but the 10-yard split under a 155, impressive. And he hit all that, all green, all money right here, all money. So Nick, he definitely made himself some money this combine, and he might be an option for the Miami Dolphins, man. Might be an option. Let me know in the comments what y'all feel about Nick. Would he be a good pickup for the Dolphins? Yes, no, maybe so. Let me know in the comments, man. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Y'all go get that merch at dgmerchandise.com. And that's about it. I'm going.